water shortages as the region's longest river, the Euphrates, dries up.
يعني المرأة اليوم تمشي 7 كيلومتر تجيب سطل المية يشربون عيالها.
This used to be almost completely underwater.
Since Jesus Christ proclaimed that only God knows the hour or day of the second coming, preachers and self-appointed doomsayers have been predicting when it would occur, and seeing the sun rise on yet another generation. Even those who chastise date-setters often say, God's final judgment is coming soon, probably in our lifetime, so get ready. In recent weeks, prophecy interpreters have cited a new reason for believing the apocalypse is approaching. Anxious debates have erupted on prophecy websites, in Bible study groups and in churches. But why are they all so concerned right now? What exactly is the reason behind it? To know about this, we have to tell you about the terrifying story of the Euphrates River, so stay with us till the end, because you don't want to miss out on this one. Many civilizations have thrived along the Euphrates banks, notably in ancient times. The Mesopotamian Empire was one of its most prominent civilizations. Ancient Mesopotamia occupied the area between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, which is known as the Fertile Crescent. That region of the world is now located in Iraq. With a length of 1,740 miles, the river is the longest in Western Asia. Its source is in eastern Turkey, and it flows to the Persian Gulf. It passes through Turkey, Syria, and Iraq along the way. The Euphrates River passes across several diverse vegetation zones. Although millennia of human occupancy have substantially altered the landscape in most regions of the Euphrates basin, remnants of ancient flora survive. The Euphrates obtains the majority of its water from rainfall and melting snow, resulting in peak flows from April to May. You've probably heard of Babylon. This part of the river was once a showcase of water management in Babylon. Babylon was the capital of the Great Babylonian Empire. The ruins of the city, which was founded more than 4,000 years ago as a tiny harbour on the Euphrates River, are located in modern-day Iraq. Under Hammurabi's rule, Babylon grew to become one of the most powerful cities in the ancient world. Following World War I, the borders in Southwest Asia were redrawn at the Treaty of Lausanne, 1923, when the Ottoman Empire was partitioned. The treaty required the Euphrates' three riparian governments, at the time Turkey, France for its Syrian mandate, and the United Kingdom for its Iraq mandate, to negotiate a mutual agreement on the use of its water and the construction of any hydraulic infrastructure. An agreement reached in 1946 between Turkey and Iraq required Turkey to report to Iraq on any hydraulic changes made to the Tigris-Euphrates river system, and permitted Iraq to build dams on Turkish territory to govern the flow of the Euphrates. With the implementation of the Southeastern Anatolia Project, or GAP, in the 1970s, Turkey embarked on an ambitious plan to harness the waters of the Tigris and Euphrates for irrigation and hydroelectricity production, as well as to offer economic stimulus to the country's southeastern districts. Turkey and Syria finished their dams on the Euphrates, the Kaban Dam and the Tubka Dam, within a year of each other, and reservoir filling began in 1975. At the same time, the area experienced severe drought, and river flow toward Iraq decreased from 15.3 cubic kilometers in 1973 to 9.4 cubic kilometers in 1975. This sparked an international crisis, with Iraq threatening to bomb the Tabqa Dam. After Saudi Arabia and the Soviet Union intervened, Syria and Iraq eventually negotiated an accord. The development of dams and irrigation schemes on the Euphrates has had a tremendous impact on each riparian country's ecology and society. Since then, dams built as part of GAP in both the Euphrates and Tigris basins have impacted 382 villages, and about 200,000 people have been relocated elsewhere. However, in recent years, water levels in the Euphrates River have dropped to dangerously low levels. The flow rate from Turkey into Syrian territory is less than 200 cubic meters per second, which is less than half of the amount agreed upon by the two nations in 1987. Recent photographs taken along the Euphrates River's banks show that a substantial portion of the river has dried up. These places, which were formerly vital to the region's survival, have now devolved into desert lands. Images obtained at the Rojava Dam, Tishrin, Syria's second largest dam on the Euphrates River, reveal that the river's waters have substantially fallen. The Turkish state, which has been exploiting the Euphrates as a weapon against the Syrians for years, effectively cuts off the flow of water into Iraq and Syria. Turkey is supposed to deliver 500 cubic meters of water per second to Syria, according to the agreement struck in 1987 between the administrations of Damascus and Ankara. However, the invading state is not abiding by the agreement, now delivering barely 200 cubic meters of water per second. The negative consequences of diminishing waters are clearly seen on the land. Water levels in Syria's dam lakes have plummeted as a result of the water cuts, while electrical output and supply to the region have reduced. Furthermore, the amount of agricultural land on the Euphrates banks is shrinking. Most critically, access to safe drinking water has grown increasingly problematic. This scenario is producing serious health issues. The Autonomous Administration of North and East Syria warned that the Turkish state's goal of reducing the Euphrates River's levels will generate humanitarian crisis in the region, threatening 9 million Syrians who live